Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
Murphy, you've been really open with everybody here on the show and about the fact that you like to meditate.
Yeah.
And nobody ever but me sees you do it.
Right.
Because you do it at home.
Yes.
What does it look like?
He's sitting straight up on the sofa in the living room. I mean, I'm sure you've meditated in other places, but where I normally see you do it is in the living room.
That's my spot. You know, I mean, a lot of times everybody has a spot.
Right.
Truly, you can meditate anywhere. That's the goal, is to be able to put yourself in that space.
Yes.
Which the space, by the way, is the present.
Yeah.
That's all that it is. It's not like some magic,
Have
place.
you
It's
done
the
it on
present.
the patio before too?
Wherever I feel the need to hit me. Yeah, if I need to kind of zone, I'll do that right there.
What's funny is that it's the only time I tiptoe around you. Whenever I walk,
really?
Sunday morning, I was walking through the house, and me in the morning, I'm like a jackrabbit. I'm doing 100 things, and I walk through, and you're sitting on the sofa, and you're sitting so still, and your eyes are closed, and I'm like, oh, and I stop, and I just tiptoe the rest of the way through the room. I don't know if you feel my presence or not. I try not to mess with you because I know if you are in that state, in the present, meditating, I don't want to be what pulls you out of it. Yeah,
you're supposed to pick a place where you're not going to be, disturbed. But I know that you're there.
I know.
And I can use the noise cancellation earbuds are not as good as noise cancellation headphones, but
That's why you were talking about that this weekend.
When I put those on, like the headphones, if I put those on, I don't hear anything around me. So you could be banging pots and pans or whatever, and I wouldn't hear anything.
You will have to understand backstory. I don't want to interrupt you in that because I know it's important to you. And marriage, in marriage, even the best marriages, the person that you live with can drive you a little nutty. And I don't want to be, oh, there she is again, messing up my meditation.
You don't drive me crazy.
Okay.
And look, and I control where I'm, doing that. If I'm going to sit in the middle of the living room while you're walking around, that's my responsibility, not yours.
Good.
How long do you do it?
It's just a 10-minute. That's all it really takes. It's in the Calm app, and it varies depending on who you use. Some of them run between 8 to 12 minutes.
How long? Sorry if I got a million questions.
No, go.
How long does it take you to get in the state?
Well, if you do meditation, you understand that's not the goal. Meditation is strictly about being in the present. That's all it is.
Oh.
If you're lucky enough to get into a state of relaxation or peace or whatever, the reason for that is because if you're chasing some sort of state of mind, then you're not going to get there.
Because you're spending that time chasing.
That's the opposite of being in the present. Being in the present means letting ideas flow in and out of your head and not creating an attachment to them.
And not going with them.
And the reason they call them practice is because it takes practice to do that. And it takes ongoing practice, by the way. If I miss, a week, I feel it disrupt my daily life, by the way, in addition to everything else. It's extremely helpful.
I think you should try it, Sam. You always seem so curious when he talks about doing it, and you already think you can't. I know.
The reason is
we know you.
I guess I'm waiting for the trick or the keyword. Like, oh, well, that's because you have to, and I go, oh, okay, that's what I've been missing.
Well, there may be something like that for you.
The trick or the keyword meaning what? So you've tried it before and it hasn't worked? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I cannot stop my head from racing.
Right, and that's why you have to practice at it.
Yeah.
It's the trick with anything in life, and it's not trite because it's very true. The reason they say practice is anything. No one accomplishes anything without repeatedly doing it, even when they don't want to do it.
Correct.
It's true with working out. It's true with dieting. It's true with meditation. It's true with anything.
It's true with your work,
and
what you do.
And you would be surprised once you put one foot forward and don't think about it. Because that's the problem. That's the entire point of meditation. And I'm not an expert at it, by the way, by any stretch of the imagination. But the point is going to the present and letting the ideas come and go. If your goal is you don't want ideas popping into your head and thoughts, then you're not going to succeed at it.
Well, then that's an idea to stop them.
Right, exactly. And so because you don't stop thoughts, you let them appear, you acknowledge them, and then you let them go. Because it's based on the concept that it's based on the laws of impermanence, basically. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing in this life. We don't live forever. Relationships can't. Problems don't necessarily have to last. Almost everything doesn't last forever. Our pets, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything, including thoughts, pass. You just have to be able to be willing to start to train yourself. And if you're thinking too hard about it, you're not in the present, you're in the future.
Yeah.
And
You
that's
should
the
try
and it's
it.
Hang on, Jody. Got
I
another
want you
question.
to.
Got another
yeah.
question.
And so that's but it's taken me. I mean, it's years now, and I'm nowhere near. But of course, you will never achieve it. You're never there. That's why they call it practice. Even those who teach it still practice it, and they'll tell you too. There are days they don't want anything to do with it. It's not. It doesn't happen. But the act of doing it is what helps you through the rest of the day. That when things hit you, they don't impact you as much because you don't take ownership of them. Emotional ownership.
Can you just do it like, hey, I'm going to do it now, or do you have to use, or does it help to use like the Calm app to get there?
I mean, I like a guided meditation. I can do it without it, though. I mean, sometimes I like sounds to help me kind of transport or whatever. It's whatever. It's a very personalized experience. For some people, it's a place that you sit. Some people actually do the sit on the cushion thing on the floor. It's whatever makes you feel grounded. There's no hard and fast rule for any of it, And so the app to me is a helpful tool, and it's kind of an accountability thing, to be honest with you. It reminds me when it feels inconvenient to actually stop and be in the present to do it.
Well, the reason I bring it up, and I love that you said anywhere that you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Whether that is, we have this image in our minds of people sitting in a room together, legs cross-folded, or you in a corner on a pillow.
With your hands like this going,
Whatever, works for you. But when it comes to space and where people feel comfortable, there are two types of people. People who want wide open spaces, who do not like to be confined, like Murphy having trouble with claustrophobia. And there are people who love to be confined, who like nooks and crannies and things like that. I love a nook. I love those. I love feeling secure. I've told you I could get in a dog crate and understand that. I have the den mentality. So we differ there. And what's funny?
Dog
crate. I know. I'm just saying.
A little too far. But
well, at least I'll know what she's doing the next time I see her in there.
Well, look, we had a huge dog crate open at all times. One time for Edie. And I would get in there and clean it. I would get down on my hands and knees and clean that crate every once in a while because you have to. And one time I just was at the back of it and I just sat in there going, I get it, man. This is clean. Now that it's clean, I'm comfy. Now the dogs were looking at me like, what is she doing in there?
Yeah.
Get out. It's my place. The reason I bring it up is because they're doing something in Japan. There's a business, there's a funeral home business, a memorial service business that's allowing people to come in and meditate in caskets.
Oh, really?
Open caskets. And the space is renting. People are going in. If you're claustrophobic, this does not work for you. And for too many people, it's too morbid to think of. But in this culture, apparently, they embrace the fragileness of life and they embrace the beauty of death. And so a lot of people are going in and meditating in coffins. It's a strange trend, but I thought when I read that story, I thought Murphy could never.
I don't think it would be
down
my thing
in a coffin.
But I get it. If that's again, there's no wrong way to do it because whatever puts you in the present is the right thing for you to do. But I mean, does anything define impermanence better than that? I mean,
No.
if that's the whole thing, if you're lying in a casket and that's what helps them to see that this world's not permanent, so that the amount of stress and angst and things that we. The world's biggest illusion is the things that we think we can control.
Sure.
That is the largest. I mean, obviously there are some things, so maybe I should say the thing is really differentiating the things that you can and can't control. And so many of us we get lost in the things we can't control.
Serenity prayer.
It is a huge energy burner. It is a huge distraction from what's really important. It can keep you from focusing, on your goals, and it can actually refocus you on the wrong things. It can put you on a path that's just, it doesn't pay off. And so it's taken me a long time to get to a place where I understand, the benefits of all of it because like you were saying, Sam, I mean, I think in the beginning I thought that the whole, put your fingers in a circle and sit with your elbows on your, knees, which again, if some people do that, that's great. But that's not really what, meditation is, I think, in today's world. I think, honestly, along with therapy and other things in today's world where we've got too many things going on, it's probably more important now than ever. Because my brain is the king of bouncing from thing to thing to thing to thing. And I'm wired to, to do. I need to cause myself to be, in the present, because probably on the day I die, I'll have a goal to be doing something. I don't sit still. It's not me. I mean, I'm not wired that way. I'm always looking for, the next thing that will help me grow and be a better person, or, whatever. And so I need that offset of the be in the present.
I always like to tell that story about Murphy. It's a true story. I've told it before. When we were first getting to know each other, we were dating. It was a Sunday afternoon, and I came to visit you, and you were in your office at your house, and you were sitting at the desk, and I walked in. It's Sunday afternoon. And it was a beautiful day, and I thought, let's go do something. Let's go ride. Let's go. And I'm like, hey, I'm here. Let's go. And you're like, I need a plan. Wait, you were not ready to, you had blocked off some time to plan and work. And I thought, oh, okay, this makes sense. This is who he is. He is success-based driven. And in free time, he uses his free time, a lot of it. He carves out time to goal set and do the steps that would reach the goal, which is also lovely, just in balance.
Yes, correct.
But this whole thing about the coffin, I mean, I could lie down in a coffin as long as you don't close it. But
see, that's the thing with me. I would love laying down. I would be okay with it because they probably have that music that they have in funeral homes playing, that light stuff. But my paranoia would kick in. Like I'd have to keep an arm up. It's like, while I'm doing this, don't close it on me.
And there's no wrong or right way to see this. Those who have den instincts and like being contained are not wrong. And those who need wide open spaces to feel comfortable are not wrong. It is about how you feel comfortable. Yeah. If you grew up in a home and this is an example, this is a psychological example. If you grew up in a home that was wide open floor plan, and you didn't feel safe, and you slept by a big open window, and you imagine monsters coming in, you probably would love a den or a nook to feel more secure. When I was in third grade, I had the greatest teacher and the greatest classroom. I'll never forget it. And on Tuesday mornings, we had reading time where we could go to the reading area, and there was a nook in there, and that was the most coveted spot. And I would run to that nook so I could get in the nook with my book just for a few.
Dr. Seuss.
I know. And I didn't know it then. I didn't realize that was a thing for me, that there are kids who would have never wanted to be in there because it felt too confining. Neither is wrong. It's knowing where you are comfortable.
Right, exactly.
And trying to create, and that's why they say nooks and crannies are very popular in the home. If you have a big open open floor space in your home, the idea is to find a place that you can sort of escape, get comfortable in while not leaving your home. And that's why little nooks are popular in homes.
And in smaller homes where you don't have the benefit of the extra room to be able to do it or go into, it's the same thing where you have people creating, their own little, escape area. It makes perfect sense to me.
Kids usually love a box. Yeah. They love to get at the top. They love to get at the top of a bunk bed and create a little world there. That's them creating their own little safe world. So it's beautiful. I just thought I'd tell you about that. Continue to meditate on the sofa.
Yeah, I think I'll find a different space than a coffin. I'm good with that.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi podcast.